Hello and welcome, I'm Bert the Stormtrooper, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Battle Shell Armored Attack Truck, and I love this toy. Originally released in 2002, this vehicle retailed for approximately $20 to $25 depending on where you bought it. Now, here we have the box of the vehicle. Taking a quick look at the box, you can see this is the old 2002 series, which was a great series, a little underrated if you ask me. If you haven't checked out the 2002-2003 series and you're a fan of the comic book, go back and check it out. You owe it to yourself to check out this series because it was very, very cool. So here we have a look at the box itself, and it's pretty much just like an action shot of the vehicle, what it looks like. It's one of my favorite designs for a turtle vehicle ever. I really enjoyed the design of this vehicle for the Turtles. And it's kind of like an action shot because it's an actual photo of the truck, but it shows it's shooting off some missiles and whatnot. And then down here you can see the animation of the Turtles themselves. Over on the top, not a whole lot, just the logo for the 2002 series and the Battle Shell. Over on the side, this is a big box. Once again, the same shot from the front of the vehicle shooting off some missiles, and then it tells us some of the features of the vehicle: the launching sewer shredding missiles, the turtles out of trouble, fire bunker busting torpedoes, and all 4 turtles fit inside. The other side is pretty much going to be the same thing. And then nothing on the bottom, just the green box there. And when you look at the box, you've got another picture of the product itself. You've got a cross-sell of a couple other vehicles that were available at the time. The sewer slider, which I really like the sewer slider on the show. I would really like to get my hands on one of those. I don't have either one of these guys. I want to get a sewer slider, and I want to get a shell cycle, because in the cartoon, Raphael rode the shell cycle, and he would launch out of the back of the battle shell in his shell cycle. So I really want to get my hands on one of these guys. So taking a look at some of these other shots up here, it shows some of the features of the battle shell itself. It's got right here, fire the bunking busting torpedoes, and it shows some of the torpedoes showing up here. Push button to ready the missiles, and I'll be going into that feature when we get into the vehicle itself. Fire sewer shredding missiles, a real working winch, which is pretty cool. Very powerful winch. I really love that. All 4 turtles fit inside. They show you opening the hatch. Now, something that always gets me with a lot of these, especially with Ninja Turtle toys, is that they always show a lot of stuff like features that aren't real features on the toy. And I'll tell you what I'm talking about. For example, street legal sewer cover hubcaps. Really all they're showing you is the wheels for the vehicles. They just, they look like sewers, and that's cool and all that, but they tout it on the box as if it was a feature, and I don't really think that it's much of a feature. It's just the wheels, and it's something that this carries back from the original 80s line. They did a lot of the same stuff with those toys back then too. Radical running boards, again, not really a feature. It's just there. It doesn't do anything. They're just there, and they're touting it off in the package as if it was a feature. Supercharged engine with a rocking manifold. Again, pointing towards it. There's no engine in this thing. This is a hollow toy. So, tough as nails turtle shell, and this one really gets me. Shell saving escape hatch, and there's a hatch on the top of the vehicle here, and the thing of it is that it doesn't even open. The whole top of this vehicle opens up. This hatch doesn't even open, so this one is the one that really gets me, because they point to this as if it was a feature for an opening hatch, and it would be really cool if it did, because if this was like an opening hatch and the turtles could maybe pop out of there, you have a turtle popped out of there when the vehicle was rolling around or whatever. It doesn't even do that much, so it always gets me on some of this turtle packaging when they do stuff like that. But nevertheless, very cool packaging. There's pretty much the whole packaging for the box. I love the artwork, and I love these old boxes, and I just really get a kick out of how they do some of that stuff. So let's get the battle shell out of the box and take a look at it. And here we have the battle shell out of the box. Here, out of the box, the battle shell measures approximately 15 inches long, and it's about 7.5 inches tall. This vehicle is huge, and it should be. You see, the battle shell was an armored vehicle. It was an armored truck, like one of those money trucks that you see out on the road, and it had been stolen by the Purple Dragons, and then the Turtles took it from the Purple Dragons. So Donatello retrofitted that in that series to become the new Turtles mode of transportation. So it's supposed to be a big vehicle, and I absolutely adore that. And that's what this is. This delivers. It's a big, powerful truck, and I'm just going to come out and say it right out front. While this is probably one of my favorite designs for a turtle van, it's probably one of my least favorites as far as toys go in the features department. I think this toy is a little lacking in the features department. So as you can see here, it's a big truck. I absolutely love that, and I love this design. There's those sewer lid wheels that they were talking about in the box. You've got this first feature we're going to look at is this winch right here. Now the winch extends out, and it's about 10 to 12 inches long. I haven't really measured it, but just kind of eyeballing it. And it's a very powerful winch. Now if I hold just the hook right here and let go of the truck, it's powerful enough where it's going to pull the entire weight of that truck in. It's a very powerful winch. So if you were to grab, say, a foot soldier here, and we'll do a little experiment. I've actually never tried this, so we'll do a little experiment. I'm going to try and get him to hold that hook there. And then if you let go of the foot soldier, yeah, he's going to do some damage. That's a very powerful winch, and I absolutely love that about that. That is a very cool feature for this vehicle. I wish that it could go a little longer, so you could maybe do some cool, I don't know, some rescue missions with it or something like that. But as it is, I don't know if maybe I can take this apart and put some more string on it or something like that. I don't know. I haven't tried that yet, but I've just fairly recently got this vehicle. But that is a very cool winch, very powerful. I really love that. So taking a look all around the vehicle here, you can see a lot of details. Very cool looking truck. I'm telling you, I cannot tell you enough how much I really love the overall design of this vehicle. Now, here's one point of contention that I have with this vehicle right here, is that most of your turtle vans are going to have a side door and access on the side of the vehicle for the turtles to get in and out or whatnot. And while this has all the molded doors and everything, there is no side door. The only access for this vehicle is going to be up here at the top, and that is a huge disappointment for me, because even the smaller version of this vehicle that I've reviewed previously had a side door. So I find that that was a big disappointment for me to find out that this vehicle didn't have a side hatch. Just to finish going around so you can see all the details, because again, I can't gush enough. I really love all the details. They really went all out with the details. You can see all the doors and lights and all the little handlebars. They really did do a good job and go all out with the details on this guy. It's just unfortunate that they seem to have gone a little lacking as far as features go. So continuing on with the features, you can see the missile launchers right here and right here. Now these guys, it's pretty obvious. If you push on the red button right there, you can shoot some missiles just like so. And then if you push on the other one on the other side, we can shoot that missile in. And very powerful missiles. In fact, let's see if we can set something up. Nope, that didn't get it. Let's try it one more time. Yeah, we got them. Down with the foot. Okay, so the next feature we're going to see is also a missile firing mechanism. Now, you're probably wondering, where are these missiles at? And I do like this feature quite a bit. This is pretty cool. There's another set of missiles in this vehicle that are hidden away. Now, if you look up here, this guy up here looks kind of like a little radar dish or like a little satellite dish or something like that. So, and I think our best shot is going to be right here where we're at, from the back of the vehicle. So if you push down on this little satellite dish, you get these two launchers that pop out from the side. Let's do that again from a front view and see if we can get a good shot of those there. Push down on that. And there is our missile launcher. So once again, we've got these missiles right here that we can shoot. And they shoot out pretty strong. And if you push, again, pushing down these little red buttons shoots off these missiles. So let's set that up again and see if we can knock some more foot down. Let's see now. These are the sewer shredding missiles. These aren't quite as strong as the bunker missiles up here, but let's see if we can do some damage with these nonetheless. And there we go. We got them down with the foot. Yeah. Okay, so we'll go ahead and put these missile launchers away, and we'll take a look at the inside. So to get into the inside, it's pretty easy. You saw it earlier. We're just going to pop this top hatch here, and that is pretty much going to be our entire access to the inside of the battle shell. Now, I have to give the battle shell credit. There is a lot of room inside of the battle shell. It is quite roomy. There are 4 seats. You can see side seat over there on that side, which I guess if you did have a side exit or side entrance, you would not have that seat over there. And something to note, I don't know how well that's coming off on camera or not, the seats do have an indentation here for the butts, which I find that hilarious. So you've got a seat over there on the side, you've got a seat on the back down there, and then you've got a seat over there on the other side as well, on the driver's side. And then you've got a big bench on the front there. So now, again, while the battle shell is quite roomy, it does make it a little awkward to get the figures in and out of the vehicle because there is no side hatch, there is no access to the actual driver's seat or anything like that. Some of the more modern turtle vans, you know, you've got the opening front so you can get them into the driver's seat and whatnot. We don't have that with this. So, for example, if we want to get Donnie into the driver's seat here, let me try and get a shot of the front seat here. I don't know how well we're going to be able to get in there. But here's the thing with the driver's seat. Now, the driver's seat looks like it is just barely wide enough to get not two drivers, but 2 turtles in there. Now, the seat does only have, it does have an indentation, like a butt indent on it, but it only has the one. And here's the thing. It does look like it might just be wide enough to get 2 turtles in there. However, you've got the wheel wells inside where the feet go for the turtles. So you may be able to get 2 turtles in there. You're going to have to do a lot of squeezing and finagling and whatnot. And a lot of times it's more trouble than it's worth. And typically, I've never really been successful in getting 2 turtles in here and getting them to look like they're sitting next to each other. Typically, one of them looks like they're laying down, or it just looks like that, where they're just completely leaned over. It just doesn't seem to work. So it just really does seem like it's designed to have only 1 turtle in the driver's seat. Now, that indentation, that little butt indentation, is offset to the driver's side. So when you get a Donnie or whoever you're going to have driving, when you get him in there and you slide him over and you get him into that little butt indent, you are going to get him looking like he is driving the vehicle, just like so. And then you can just go ahead and put your other figures inside, and in any of these other seats you can get them, you know, any of the other seats will do. You can get any of the other turtles in there, and Casey or April or Splinter or whoever else. You know, again, one thing I will give this vehicle is that it has a lot of room inside. So I'm just going to come up here for a second so you can kind of see. We've got Donatello right there. What the heck? Okay, missiles are firing at me, but you can see Donatello right there in the driver's seat. Michelangelo just chilling back there in the back seat there, and we've got plenty of room on the sides there. We could have 2 more turtles, 1 on each side, and some room in the center there. I've also, like, a lot of times I have usually more stuff in here. For example, I have the scooter that came with Leonardo. I usually keep that inside of here as well. So there's a lot of room in this vehicle, and I typically keep other stuff in there, so there's room to carry stuff around. So again, you know, kind of final thoughts here. It's a cool vehicle. I really love it. It's, like I said, one of my favorite designs. I love the idea of the armored truck that's been retrofitted. It's a really big, powerful looking vehicle. It's really beefy. I'll bring it over to this side. There's more detail over here. It just seems more vibrant on this side. I really love the design of this vehicle. I love the size of this vehicle. I love the capacity of this vehicle. I wish you could get 2 turtles in the driver's seat and passenger seat. I do wish you could at least do that much, but I do appreciate the carrying capacity of the vehicle. You can put figures in here. You can put other smaller vehicles in there. And I just like the overall size of this vehicle. I think it's a little lacking in the features department because all you can do with this, really, you've got these 2 missile launchers here, and then you've got these 2 additional missile launchers there. and the Winch. That's about it. I find it a little lacking in the features department. So, but other than that, it's still a turtle van, and I love turtle vans in all their incarnations. So I think that about covers the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Battle Shell Armored Attack Truck from the 2002 series. What did you think of this toy, and what would you like to see me review next? Let me know by leaving me a comment down below. Give me some thumbs up. Subscribe and share with your friends if you like what you see, and I'll talk to you next time.